Hello everyone, welcome to this course. My name is Bappy Ahmed and I will be your instructor of this course. In this course, we'll be getting familiar with this MiniTorch library. So first of all, let me tell you what is MiniTorch. So there is a great documentation from this MiniTorch site. So if you want to understand the MiniTorch, so you can directly refer this documentation. So actually MiniTorch is nothing but MiniTorch is a teaching library for machine learning engineers who wish to learn about the internal concepts underlying deep learning system. So if you want to understand this MiniTorch library, so you have to be very good on this core deep learning system and the mathematics behind this deep learning. Uh, because here you will be implementing those neural network, those operators and those activation function and those optimizers by yourself. Because Miniatures is just a template and just you can say some steps of task for you. By using that, you can re-implement the Torch library. So if you are a machine learning engineer and want to deep dive in this deep learning system, and if you want to understand this Torch API, so this is the great resource for getting started. So it is a pure Python re-implementation of Torch API designed to be simple, easy to read, tested, and incremental. The final library can run Torch code. So if you can finish this MiniTorch implementation, so you can run the whole Torch code. Because by using MiniTorch library, you are creating kinds of Torch API. So if you want to understand the Torch API in depth, so this is the great resources for you. And this final project was developed for the course of machine learning engineering at Cornell Tech. So it's a kinds of you can say student research library because they have implemented the library just for the research purpose. Actually, this was like you can say kinds of assignment for them. So what they have done, so they have implemented this meters as a template so that if anyone wish to learn this PyTorch API and want to deep dive in deep learning, you can say systems. So this is the great tool for getting started. So guys, I will be showing you the task and the module here. So how you can get started with this MiniTorch library. So here you can see there is a GitHub link. So if you just click that, so you can see this. This is the official MiniTorch GitHub repository, and here you can see some of the module you will be getting. So here you have almost you can say 4 module, and after that you can use as a you can say your you can say machine learning framework or deep learning framework if you are training any kinds of image or you can say any kinds of data. So here you have different module, and in that module you have different tasks. So if I open this module 0, so here you can see this module 0 is nothing but it's a kinds of fundamental things. Okay, first of all you need to solve here. So if I click on this module 0, so it will take me through this module 0, and here you can see there is a doc file. So if you just open that, so they have written all the things. Okay, they have written all the things here, you can directly refer that. And from here you need to go this fundamentals you can say section, and here in this fundamental section you have you can say your first task you will be getting. So before starting the task, you need to do the setup. Okay, setup and installation of this monitors, and next video I'll be showing you the installation and the setup. Okay, how you can set up these monitors in your collab. And if you are also you can say one, so if you also want to install it in your local, so you can also do that if you have the GPU in your system. Actually it doesn't need you can say a higher level you can say computational hardware. If you have you can say medium kinds of hardware, computational hardware, so you can use that, it doesn't matter. And from here your task is like you can say start. So for your first task is like your operators. So in this module 0 you will be getting your starter code for this task. Okay, so see, these are some function here you need to implement. Actually this functionality actually you cannot find re-implementation. So here you need to create this kinds of function by yourself. By that you will be learning about the the Torch API. Okay, and this deep learning actually a core system. Okay, so we know the deep learning, okay, we know the mathematics, but how to convert them in a code. Okay, so if you want to understand them, so this is the great library for getting started with, because by using that, by using these templates, you can say implement these kinds of neural network architecture here, and you can create any kinds of, you can say, operators, like you can see your multiplication function, then equal function, negative function, sigmoid function, ReLU function. Okay, and you can also create your optimizers, neural network. Okay, you can create anything here. So they have written their documentation, and they have given all the mathematical, you can say, derivation. So you will be just reading, and if you are really good on math, and if you really good on this deep learning core system, I mean core, if you have the core idea of deep learning, so you can implement, you can see, in a very easy way. Otherwise, like, it is not for you. Okay, because you can say without understanding the deep learning, you cannot use this MiniTorch library. Okay, you cannot re-implement this kinds of functionality. So here I'll be showing you some, you can say, one or two module. Okay, because all the module we cannot cover here. So I'll be just showing you how to start with this MiniTorch. Okay, and what is your task, so that you can start learning those deep learning core idea, and you can, like, you can learn those mathematics which are required in this, you can say, deep learning sector, and you can re-implement these kinds of functionality. So what is operators here? So your first task is, like, you can see, you have to re-implement some kinds of operators. Okay, so there is, you can say, in this MiniTorch, you can say, folder, there is operators.py. So if you just open that, so let me open. So here, MiniTorch, then here you have operators.py. So if you click that, so see here you have all the functions. Suppose you have multiplication function, adding function, negative function, then equal function, then max function, then sigmoid function. But here you can see there is no code. Okay, they haven't written any code, but they have made just the template for you, and here you have to re-implement those functionality. Okay, so this is the task for you. So I'll be showing you, like, how to create these kinds of function. Okay, actually these are basic functions, so you can create it by using the math library. So that's how, like, you can say, correlate the mathematics with this code. Okay, with the neural network. So the main concept is, like, you can say, a collection of the core mathematical operators used through the code, you can say, base. Okay, so this is the main thing here you have to keep in your mind. So yes, this is the basics of this, you can say, MiniTorch library. And like that, you have lots of, you can say, section, like you have auto differentiation, like, section. So it is like, in the module 1, so there you'll be implementing your auto differentiation, that means auto def function. Like, in deep learning, this derivation is the, like, very important things. Okay, so how to create this kinds of back propagation function, auto differentiation function. So they have written all the thing. Okay, they have written all the things, all the mathematics, so you will just read it and re-implemented it by yourself. Okay, so this is the thing, like, the basics of this MiniTorch library. uh, if you want to read more, just go through this documentation. Okay, just try to read one by one, because it's a very new resource. Okay, very new library, so there are no resources for that. So the best resource is, like, you can say, reading the documentation, so you will get the core idea. So what is the summary then? So MiniTorch is nothing but it's a kinds of, you can say, teaching library. Okay, so it is just for those people who want to deep dive in deep learning system, and want to understand the Torch API, okay, in a good way. Actually, who want to implement the Torch API, so they can use this MiniTorch library if they have understanding the core deep learning concept, and if they have understanding on this, you can say, core mathematics behind this deep learning. So they can use this kinds of MiniTorch framework for, you can say, implementing this Torch API. Okay, so yes, I think you have understood, like, what is MiniTorch here. Okay, actually, what is MiniTorch? And if I show you, there is just this is your module 0, and like that you have module 1 also. So this is the module 1, and here you need to implement this auto differentiation, you can say, functionality. So this is the repo for that. So here, if you go click on this, you can say, MiniTorch, and here you will be getting this auto differentiation, you can say, function. And here you need to implement this your auto differentiation, you can say, functionality here. and there is also module. Okay, so in that module you need to implement your neural network architecture. Okay, so see, these are some just basic template, but here you need to create your own you can say functionality. Suppose your training loops, your evaluation loops. Okay, you need to write each and everything here. Okay, and if you want to write them, so you need the core understanding of deep learning. I think you are getting it. So that's why I told you, just you have to be very good on this deep learning system and the mathematics behind the deep learning. So yes, so this was all about the minitors, you can say fundamentals, like introduction of this minitors library. So in the next video we'll be going through the setup of this minitors, and we'll be making setup in your collab. And if you want to set up in your local, so you can do that, but we'll be install in the collab, so that like we don't get any kinds of error. Okay, so yes, this was all about it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.